This workout, you don't need any equipment. We have the 7 exercises and I will show you each exercises every level. So beginner with the squat, you can just use the sit up the chair and squeezing the glutes, looking straight forward and keeping the core tight all time. You can choose your level, the seated position, a little bit higher chair or a little bit lower. Intermediate, you can do the squat, just the body weight squat. Make sure pushing the heel and keeping this upright straight as possible, and all time keeping the core tight as possible. So we are not leaning too far forward. So 30 on the advanced version, squat jump. So landing as soft as possible, squeezing the glutes as the top two. So same thing, squeezing the core, keeping the chest up, of course is breathing as well. So second exercise, lunges. First one, backwards lunges, not alternating, individual 5 repetition. I'm showing every exercises first set. So not too low. If you see the knee bend, just a little bit, not too much, but keeping still the upright straight. Intermediate level, we go all the way down, almost touch the knee the ground, just a little bit deeper, more than as usual we go. So keeping the upright straight as well. So you will see now the advanced version. Same thing, the lunges position, static lunges position, just a small hops, such a small jump. Just make sure the landing soft as possible, keeping the core tight all time. Just the landing soft so you don't need to hear the noise. If you hear the noise, this means you're so hard to landing. You may feel the pressure the joint as well. So next exercise, we go into side lunges. Side lunges, you go to the first beginner version. Basically, you are not bending the knee too much, just keeping the hips back, of course. And if you realize other leg, make sure straight. So you focusing the inner thigh as well, same time working the glutes. Intermediate level, we go all the way down as much you can. Use all your mobility, how much you have the mobility, go try the lowest as much you can, but make sure you're still pushing the hips back and keeping the toes straight forward. And then advanced version, we go legs side lunges and side kick. If you see the other leg straight as possible, so legs higher up, but you stay the same, touch the floor, and straight legs up the jump. High up as much you can. And keeping the other leg straight, so still inner thigh working and core is working as well. So next exercise, you need the yoga mat or any towel or anything you can use on the floor. So we do the glute bridge. So first one, the beginner one, basically just the hips up as much you can, keeping the head on the ground, chin down, and squeezing the glutes to top, to maybe a couple seconds or so. And second version, intermediate, so basically you keeping the single leg bridge, keeping the one knee bent. Again the same, squeezing the top, the glutes as much you can, highest you can. And third version, the advanced version, straight leg. So like you think about your heel kicking the top to sky all the way up, keeping the legs straight as possible, and applying each exercises 5 repetitions. So this is the first set. So these exercises, you will see the increased intensity as we increase the repetition, second set. So next exercise, sit up. So this one is step crunches for abs, knee bend, arms straight, keeping the chin a little bit down, so arms touching the knee as much you can. Intermediate version, you're going to full sit-ups, legs straight, keeping the core tight all time, and try the less momentum as possible. Exhaling the up, inhaling the lower. And third version, we're going to little bit spinal rock and with the same time the crunches, the abs. So basically keeping the knee bend, using the core power. You cannot use the momentum this one. That's why I'm not using my legs is all the way back. Keeping the knee bend, arms straight, chin down a little bit, just rocking with your core power. Not the lower back power, really important. That's why the advanced version. So you need to understand how to squeeze the core as well. So next one again, using the mat. So a beginner version, you may need the mat. So knee on the ground, the push-up. So kneeling push-up, hands a little bit wider than shoulders and keeping the elbow in. And if you see, you don't have to go too low, keeping the feet on the ground as well. So after rest, we got second version. So second version, one leg straight, one knee on the ground. Same thing, arms position, keeping the head back, spine neutral. And third version, regular push-up, knee off the ground. Try it as much you can, go lower, keeping the head back as well. And exhaling the push. So on the last exercise, we're doing the child pose to Cobra. So first version, child pose, you go all the way back, kneeling position. And when you come forward swings, just a little bit, push, go forward and shoulder, but not coming up like a Cobra. And keeping the spine neutral and arms straight as you go back as well. Second version, all the way back and all the way forward, but still you are not doing the Cobra, just a little bit more further you go away forward. And keeping the shoulder back as well. And advanced version, so all the way back the child pose, curling the spine and then Cobra. So back, curling the spine and Cobra. As you can't finish the Cobra, make sure to keeping the chest up and then make sure to keeping the shoulder down. You'll need to press the floor as much you can. So this is the first set, 5 exercises, minimum rest, back to back. You're doing all exercises. After second set, 10 repetition, all exercises. After 15 repetition, all exercises, 20, and then going to 25. So try this one and let me know how it goes.